Here we go. So we're going to use synthetic division now. So again, what did we do? We divided f and the divisor by 3. Because we want this to be x minus something, as you can see. Notice also that we are missing an x squared term. We need to put in a placeholder. That's what this is for, 0x squared. We put that in here, okay, as a placeholder. You have to have every power of x there, from the degree to the last term. All right. Now, here's our polynomial, right? Remember, what do? X minus the number, that number goes here. Here, the listing, we have 1, 4/3, 0, 3, 2. And so what I did here was I took the 1, I brought it down, right? Nothing here, so you have to bring it down. 5/3 times 1, that's 5/3, right? So that comes up here. We add, we end up with 9/3, which is the same as 3. Now we have 5/3 times 3. The 3's are going to cancel, you get 5. So then we're going to add 0 to 5. That gives us 5, right? 0 to 5 gives us 5. 5/3 times 5, that's 25/3. Now, since we want to add that to 3, we want a common denominator. We want a denominator of 3. No big deal. If you were to multiply this by 3/3, you get 9/3. You know, because again, when you add or subtract, common denominator. And so from here, you would have 9/3 plus 25/3. When you add fractions or subtract, you only add or subtract the numerator. The denominator you leave alone. So we get 34/3. Then we multiply to get this. When you multiply numerators together. So this is 34 times 5. You also multiply denominators together to get 9. We have this. And we want to add that to 2. You know, just like over here, we need a common denominator. So I multiply top and bottom by 9 to get 18/9. We add them. And so doing this, we get this. Not quite done yet, so don't worry. I know the remainder is 188/3. I mean, you can see that from here and from the previous slide, really. But we're not quite there yet. But from here, our quotient, this was degree 4, so the quotient has to be degree 3, 1 less. Coefficients, 1, 3, 5, 34/3. R of x, right? Our remainder, that's the last term here. Now, if you were to put it in, as in the division algorithm, you would have this. You know, your dividend is your divisor, x minus 5/3 times q plus the remainder. But remember, we won't be divided by 3, right? So let's multiply everything by 3 since we divided by 3. In other words, we're going to multiply f by 3 and this by 3. That's what I'm doing here. And to keep everything, you know, algebraically the same, you know, we're multiplying both sides of an equation. We have to multiply each term by 3. That's what I'm doing here. But now we have 3x minus 5 times q plus 188/3. And this is our remainder, so we are right. Remember, we want the divisor to be 3x minus 5, right? We're dividing. You don't want to leave it as x minus 5/3. We don't have to. What's good is we can easily change it. So we divided by 3, we multiply by 3. Are there any questions on that? I can't see the chat, so if you have a question, use that hand raise feature. Okay, well, if there are none, I figured what would be good now is to have you guys try some examples here. I like to do that to keep the class engaged instead of just me lecturing the whole time. So what I'm going to do is now stop the, what do you call it, the recording.